Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wrestleview Weekly, March the 20th, 2019. Hello, everybody in the chat room. Hello, Jamel. Hello, Gills. Hello, Michael. Victoria, hi. From the post-Raw recap, she's making an appearance again in the chat room. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am Doug Lackey, veteran columnist of Wrestleview.com and co-host of Wrestleview Live, which I co-host alongside with Adam Martin, editor-in-chief of Wrestleview.com, where we cover all the major WWE pay-per-views. Hello, Quentin. Hello, hello, hello. And the next one we're covering is the thing with the crown on my head, the WrestleMania. Oh, hi, Lewis. Hi. You're a strapping young lad. Daniel. No one cares about you, Daniel. Welcome to the show. Tons of stuff to talk about today. Of course, going over episodes of The Red Show and The Blue Show, Raw and Smackdown from this week. Mediocrity abound on Raw with a lot of people getting angry. I'm not going to watch WrestleMania. Like hell you're not. A fantastic episode of SmackDown with a lot of stuff hitting the Twitter this morning and afternoon regarding SmackDown. More on that later. You're going to really enjoy this. Good news, some news coming down the pipe for this week, including an injury to someone making their NXT debut, which I'm kind of sad about because I'm really interested in the debut of this particular performer. Also, updates to the WWE milk carton, including definitions of the NXT call-ups when it pertains to the WWE roster, because we have our first NXT call-up making the WWE milk carton. So, going to be explaining why this decision was made. And also, a lot of matches have been booked for WrestleMania coming up in the next few weeks. I want to say almost half the card has been booked. It's now time for us to stop pussyfooting around. It's now time to make a stand. What are the rest of the matches going to be? And we're going to lock some things. We're going to make some really bad decisions. Well, I'm going to make some really bad decisions, and you're going to enjoy in me taking the consequences of making those bad decisions, because whenever I make a locked choice, a locked pick, or a locked decision, we take a shot of the Luna Azul Blanco tequila. I'm probably going to be making 4 locks, is my plan for the rest of the WrestleMania card, and that includes pre-show. Okay, we're talking the entire WrestleMania show in its entirety. That's what we're going to be doing. Anticipate this show to be 7 to 8 hours long, with the pre-show included. I'm not going to complain about that. It's WrestleMania, for crying out loud. Of course it's going to be the biggest show. No, there's no reason to complain about that. So, and also, I took the day off. So, yeah, I'm gonna have the whole WrestleMania Sunday to myself. Okay? So, gonna watch the whole damn thing. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna buy I plan on frying up some wings and having plenty of sources. Oh, speaking of sources, today we drink from the Chalice of Truth. Hey, Gills, going for another perfect score? I pray. We drink from the Chalice of Truth today. This is the Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA from New Belgium. It is a 9.0 ABV. Good, strong sources today. You're going to be, Victoria says she's buying a lot of good. I know you mean food, Vicky. I know that's what you mean. But, yeah. Oh, also, update for you, too. Not just will Adam and myself, as well as Victoria and Mike from the post-Raw recap, they're going to be attending a lot of WWE events, including not just WrestleMania, but the NXT TakeOver show that is on the Friday prior. Speaking of the NXT TakeOver show on Friday, Adam and myself, we are trying to put together some kind of watch-along thing that's going to be going on live, that we will be doing live alongside TakeOver's broadcast, to where you can just jump into the chat. Adam and I are just going to be shooting the shit, reacting to wrestling, me laughing at stuff and throwing Cheetos at my TV, going, what the fuck? Stuff like that. So, yeah, it's kind of something we got planned coming up for the NXT TakeOver show. I'm excited about it because that was one of the main motifs for this show, Wrestleview Weekly, in that I would be watching wrestling shows and kind of doing a Mystery Science Theater 3000 type thing where, I'd make jokes or stuff, where more often than not, I was just really reacting to what I was watching, whether it be the great of Walter to the bad of Will Ospreay, okay? So, yeah, can't wait for this NXT TakeOver show. And just came down the pipe today over the NXT UK Twitter feed. Today, one of the matches that'll be at the TakeOver show is Pete Dunne defending his NXT UK title against the aforementioned Walter. I can't wait. I love me some Walter. Okay, if you haven't been a fan of this show and everything and don't understand my affection for Walter, you'll really know why I like him coming up that coming Friday for the NXT TakeOver show. So, lots of stuff to get into. I'm kind of at a loss because I just got done watching the latest episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver on HBO. That was this past Sunday. And his focus on the show was about public shaming. And you tend to see a lot of that when it comes to us wrestling fans. But the really horrible ones that are online that, poke fun at others for liking some things, or they poke fun at wrestlers for something they do, it was kind of interesting to watch. And so it's kind of on my mind of how people love to make themselves feel better by putting down others. And I rarely, if you guys ever see me do that, it's tongue in cheek. I don't mean to, shame somebody. I'm not like that at all. Okay. I am all encompassing. Everybody come in. So, yeah. And so that's kind of, I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest. Is that, us as wrestling fans, we are supposed to be open arms, open-minded. People have their likes and dislikes. But we have no right to insult someone for what they like or what they don't like. You have no right. There's no purpose in that. So just wanted to kind of get that off my chest, just only happy thoughts. Only happy thoughts. And our sources can give that. Mm-hmm. But we're not exactly gonna be starting on a happy thought because we got to talk about Raw first. I want to do the fancy slide. I said I want to do the fancy slide. There. I worked so hard on the graphics. I was so excited to talk about the mediocrity that was Monday Night Raw, emanating from Chicago, the home of mediocrity. Wow, my graphic is not that good. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me here while I try to figure up the WrestleMania logo. There we go. That's so much better. There's a crown behind me. There we go. That's much better. All right. Look at that. Bork Laser and Paul Heyman staring lovingly up at him. Why are they smiling so much? Daniel saying Chicago should be banned from... No, they should not be banned from wrestling shows. God damn it, Daniel. We have the show starting off with the aforementioned Bork Laser and Paul Heyman showing up. I want to reload so that we can get some nice little Twitter pics. Something happening here. Oh, look at you, Mike. Look at that. Oh, well, that's something we just found out. Apparently, the TDE Wrestling Twitter account has been suspended. Whoops. I wonder how that happened. Uh-oh. See, this is what happens when you try to, I don't know, try to put copyrighted material, on your things. It's not good. You got to watch out what you do, Bork Laser and Paul Heyman showing up on the show. Just talking smack about Seth Rollins, and they kind of tell hint to Drew McIntyre, hey, Seth, why in the hell are you having a match against Drew McIntyre? Drew McIntyre is going to beat the holy hell out of you. Drew McIntyre coming out, talks smack about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes up behind him, beats the hell out of him with the chair. Yeah. So that's how we start off the show. Yeah. Mike saying good opening segment. Tons of heat for Lesnar. Yeah, the Chicago crowd was having none of Bork Laser, which is always fun. Bork holding up his title to get more reactions out of people. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Yeah. Ronda Rousey is going to be defending her title against Dana Brooke. We didn't ask for Dana Brooke to be our savior, but apparently she was talking a big game like she was over the Twitter over the weekend. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. The big theme with today's show, well, not necessarily a theme. It was more like, how's the best way to put this? The show seemed to want to, before every commercial break, the show would go into a break by someone entering into the ring. No longer was the show going into a commercial just by telling you what was coming up. Every single commercial break started with someone entering into the ring this week, which can lead you to worry about everyone in the Chicago crowd having to listen to that person's theme song throughout the commercial break. For instance, Fonz Balor making his way to the ring for a tag team match. Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush were going to be facing off against Finn Balor and a mystery opponent. Ended up being Braun Strowman. Leading up to some really fun hot tag shenanigans with Braun Strowman. I could watch Braun Strowman hot tags all day long. And him tossing around Lio Rush like a sack of potatoes is always fun. And so that's how it kind of ended up. Yes, Finn Balor and Braun Strowman winning, with Braun Strowman doing most of the work, even though this is more about Finn Balor. I don't get it. Yeah. So what are we to make of the Fonz right now? I don't get it. Oh, hey, there's Jason. Oh, hey, Jason. Yes. Quentin, the majority of segments on Raw were like my past relationships died a painful death. Oh, you poor soul. Maybe you ought to be a better person. Ouch. I don't think that's the way it was supposed to come out. I was supposed to be a little more, I don't know, sympathetic. I don't know. I blame my sources on that one. Yes. But again, we have replays and crap. Ronda Rousey walking into the arena, but this time walking into the arena alongside her husband, Travis Brown. Now, this is what's weird, okay? Sure, Travis Brown has been at ringside for Ronda Rousey's matches throughout her tenure right now with the company, okay? But this is the first time that he's actually been given prominent camera time. And he's kind of a tall drink of water. He's a physical guy. Okay. Why is he brought into this? Jason asks. I don't know. Maybe this just needed someone extra to help out with the shenanigans that would help that would go on during Dana Brooks' match. I don't know. But Alexa Bliss makes her entrance. That she does a moment of bliss. Yay! I am the host. Let me run down the card. Out comes Elias to sing a song, interrupted by the conga line of No Way Jose. But No Way Jose is nowhere to be found because the conga line is led by Heavy Machinery and Otis. But then within the conga line was disguised the No Way Jose would attack Elias, which would lead to a match between the two. The entire conga line on the outside of the ring during this match cheering constantly during this match, and that was the only noise you heard. Yeah, this was kind of bad. This was kind of bad. Yeah, Elias getting the pinfall clean. That was bad. It was really, really bad. After this match, Kurt Angle's music hits and he's coming to the ring, and then we go to a commercial break. Kurt Angle's in the ring. All right, here we go. Thanks the crowd in Chicago. Says that his farewell tour continues here. He's going to have a match tonight. WrestleMania is 20 days away, which is where he'll compete the final time. A loud thank you Kurt chant picks up. Angle thanks the crowd, and Angle says that he wants to thank the McMahon family for allowing him to pick his opponent for his farewell match. There are so many superstars that he would love to face, but only one that he wants to beat. This man has made his life a living hell since he became the GM of Raw, and that man is Baron Corbin. Crowd immediately booing. He says nothing would make him happier than to make Corbin tap out at WrestleMania. Then he can end his career as the happiest man in the world. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Oh, boy. Did everyone blow a gasket. Everyone losing their shit. And Gil said it right there. And you never would have thought that a crowd in Chicago would be chanting, "We want Cena." Of all the locations, for a crowd to chant, "We want Cena," you would never, ever think that it would come from Chicago. They would rather chant CM Punk all night long, but instead, they chant, "We want Cena." But no, we're not getting that. Instead, we're going to be getting Angle versus Corbin at the Angle versus Karen Corbin at the WrestleManias. All right, my thoughts. It makes perfect sense. It really does. The perfect, resolution to the Angle saga of how he just can't win. He's just not what he used to be. He's getting put down by the younger Bucks. And so why not have a great send-off at WrestleMania against the one who's been a thorn in his side for the past 9-10 months in Karen Corbin? I totally get it, from storyline standpoint. Also, sure, we would like to see Angle versus Cena. Sure. And it would be nice. Okay, it would be nice. But I was seeing some other names floated out there. I've seen names like people were thinking he was going to say The Undertaker. No! Why? No! Stop it. Angle versus Corbin is fine. Okay? Makes perfect sense. And by God, if you want to put the Karen Corbin character over and give him some nuclear heat, holy heck, did he get some nuclear heat on this one. Michael's saying this match will be a straight up dumpster fire. I don't know. I'm sensing a lot of shenanigans happening in this thing. Man. Yeah, I'm sensing a lot of shenanigans for this match. Am I looking forward to it? Not really, but yes, they were CM Punk's were coming up, chants were coming up during the Batista segment, which I don't blame him for. Hello, Andrew. Hello in the chat. So yeah, it doesn't shock me there. Kurt Angle versus Chad Gable on the show. Kurt Angle would win this match. Honors and respects abound. But then Karen Borbin's music went interrupt after said match. He says that when he took Angle's job as GM, it felt good to laugh at him and humiliate him, but not as good as it'll feel to humiliate him in his farewell match. It don't matter what you've done in your career. All people will remember you for is what you did in your last match. People are booing him up and down, chanting for John Cena. Man. I don't know. But I totally get why they got this match. I totally get it. Lots of video packages, lots of stuff. And now Sasha Banks and Bayley are making their way to the ring and commercial. Yeah. Karen Borbin is backstage with the Revival, just saying words. Apollo Crews walks up and challenges him to a match. It says Corbin says he wants to face him tonight before Angle beats him. Crews goads him into accepting the match. Apollo said he didn't have to make that difficult. That's why no one likes you. Karen Borbin then asks the Revival if they like him, and they say, hell no. So, yeah. Yes. Sasha and Bayley are in the ring being interviewed about, yay, they have titles. They're looking forward to whoever they'll face at WrestleMania. Out comes Natalya, smiling all the time because she's on TV, and alongside Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix came out of retirement, she says. They want to challenge the Sasha and Bayley. This is just a really bad talking segment, was what it was, which would lead to Sasha Banks versus Natalya with their respective partners in the ring sides. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, this whole Raw show was incredibly mediocre. That's why I'm kind of flying through this, okay? Everyone asking, what's a revival? I don't know what a revival is a revival from. Or a revival to. I don't know. It's just good to see they're on TV. Because heaven forbid they end up on the milk carton for like the third or fourth time, okay? Nia Jax comes out to the stage during the match, starts making fun of Beth Phoenix. Tamina comes up from behind and blasts Beth Phoenix from behind, kicks Sasha Banks, and so we have a winner by disqualification, is the Sasha Banks. Wow. Mike saying this women's tag team title match is screaming kickoff show. Well, if it's going to involve Beth Phoenix, no, it isn't. It's going to be more of the filler match is what it's going to be. I see it being more of a filler match going in between, Triple H and Batista to lead up into any other match, something like that, It's weird, though, that in this WrestleMania card, there are a lot of old people returning. We got Batista. We got Beth Phoenix. We got Kurt Angle. We got a lot of oldies. We got a lot of old people wanting recognition. Or I don't know, just filling up a card, Yeah. That's just 3 of these matches involve performers that are in their mid-40s. Approaching 50. Yeah. Ricochet versus Jinder Mahal was pretty fun because Ricochet did all the flippy flip stuff and he won clean. Yes, the WWE will be honoring the Warrior Award to Sue Atchison, who has been with the company for a very, very long time, which is really, really nice. I totally approve of that. It's not being given to a random celebrity this time around. And yes, they could have given it to some other kid who was sick, but why would you want to single out all of the other kids who are sick as well. You know? What about them? Don't they matter? Seth Rollins is interviewed backstage. Who cares? Dana Brooke is interviewed backstage. Who cares? Ronda Rousey versus Dana Brooke. Oh, wow. Dana Brooke's got a title match. First time ever she's had a title match. It lasted 10 seconds. Rousey made her tap out. She refuses to let go. The referees try to get her away. She's pushing away the refs. She goes to the outside to kiss her husband. Why she doesn't do that every show, I don't know, but she decided to do it now. And then the husband slugged one of the refs, picked up Ronda over the barricade, and they walk away. Yeah. Okay. Brooke is holding onto her arm in extreme pain. She is it's being worked in an injury angle. Why? I don't know. Did we need to do that? You know? Yesterday and today, there were updates on the WWE Twitter feeds giving us updates on Dana Brooke's injury. No offense, but I don't think anyone cared. Sorry, Dana. Maybe if you followed through on your storyline against Natalya on Raw, maybe, I don't know. Spring cleaning's going to be happening. We just put it out there. Karen Bourbon versus Apollo Crews. My God, excuse me. Karen Bourbon, Apollo Crews. Karen Bourbon getting most of the licks in, but Apollo Crews would win with the roll-up cutting out of the end of days thing. They look so happy together, the Kurt Angle and the Apollo Crews. They're bald and they're bonding. Other than the first half hour in the Ronda thing, this show has dragged something fierce, says Mike on the Twitter feed. And yes, if this show is any indication of the road to WrestleMania, it is not paved. Oh boy, it's bad. Now we're going to hear from Batista. Batista talks. Apparently, this is an office that he has, that he is sitting in, with some nice vinyl siding and a nice little curtain that you could find at any, I don't know, Bed Bath & Beyond. The chair they just grabbed from an office across the way. He kind of, wow, in this picture, Batista looks like the end boss of any kind of late 80s, early 90s scrolling fighting video game, like Streets of Rage 2, something like that. Yeah, I kind of like the chair. Yeah, I guess, Jason says he liked the chair. Yeah, I kind of like the chair. But, man, why did he need to be in an office? Why couldn't he, just be in a regular interviewing room with, two ferns and a dim backlit area? He can still dress up like how he is, but does it really need to be in an office? And he told everyone to get out of his office after they had the interview. This office does not look anything like any kind of area that he was in the Instagram video that he shot 2 weeks ago. That's why I don't care. Triple H Batista, I really don't care. Yeah, I just don't. All right, Caruso's backstage again, interviewing Braun Strowman about the Saturday Night Live Jokers. Strowman enters himself into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So now we know what Braun Strowman is doing, and it'll be for the third straight WrestleMania. It is mediocrity. For the third straight WrestleMania, Braun Strowman is doing jack and shit. Now, I totally get it. They're biding their time, and by God, who really cares? It's not going to hurt Strowman at all. But it's kind of a letdown. They could have slammed on the gas on this guy and made him the number one. Made him an absolute monster. But They slammed on the gas too quick to give us the Bork Laser Braun Strowman singles match at No Mercy way too early, 2 years ago. Yeah, and it was all because they were panicking over injuries. So this is what we got. We aren't going to see another build for Strowman until he switches shows. If they do switch shows. If there is going to be such a thing. Now, I'm pretty sure there will be. We'll still have different brands. I'm pretty sure of it. So, yeah. Kind of a letdown, though. You know? I was really expecting better. Well, at least he's still on TV. At least he's performing, you know? If he tosses around some people in the Battle Royal, hey, that's more fun, I guess. Yeah. Drew McIntyre making his entrance and go to commercial. Drew McIntyre's in the ring, apparently not smarting from the 13 chair shots to his back earlier in the show. Talks about how he put Roman Reigns down, then he put Dean Ambrose down, and now he's going to put Seth Rollins down. Basically saying, Reigns, if you thought leukemia is bad, you won't be able to beat me. Yeah. Seth Rollins' music hits. He meets him up the way. This is our main event. At least we can show the WWE stuff, I guess. Where Seth goes splat. You know, okay, and anyway, Bork Laser and Paul Heyman come out to interrupt during the match to distract Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre hits him with the Claymore kick thingy, Claymore drop kick, and he wins the match. Pins the champ, pins the number one contender. Clean. And there you go. And that's why everyone is smiling, and that's why Heyman's guy just looks up at Bork Laser lovingly. What did everyone think of the show? 70% thumbs down. We are back to what we've always known Monday Night Raw to be. Mediocre and disappointing. Is it really all because of the Kurt Angle announcement? Probably. I think probably. It's probably all because of the Kurt Angle announcement. You know, I didn't vote on it, but yeah. Brian, like a warm blanket. Yeah, pretty much. Daniel saying wait until the Raw Go Home show. Oh God. We got 2 more Raws to go. I believe we got 2 more Raws to go. I have no faith in next week's show. Next week's show is going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough to stomach through, I think. The Go Home show, we'll see. We'll see. But, man, it's going to be tough. But we trucked through it. We survived. We're still here. Victoria, I feel bad for you having to review that show. But you've reviewed worse. You've reviewed way worse. But now, let's talk about happy things. Let's talk about really good wrestling shows. Let's talk about the Blue Show, the really good show, the SmackDown show. And before I do that, of course, I have to figure out why in the hell my backgrounds and everything are so out of whack. Doug, this is something that you should have done before you came on air. But you know what? This is live, so fuck it. There you go. Yes. Very, 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 very entertaining episode of SmackDown. Okay, very, 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 very entertaining episode of SmackDown. There's your boys, the New Day, but they look so shocked and disgusted. And what happened, boys? Well, let's talk about that here. Show starts off with The Miz basically giving his side and how he's going to beat up Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. But this was a fantastic promo by The Miz. highly recommend you checking it out. No one delivers on the mic like The Miz does. Okay? No one. No one, no one, no one. For me to read it off would do an incredible injustice. But I'll go ahead and see it. The Miz said that for over 10 years he was focused on one road, and that was the road to WrestleMania, but at what cost? Because he has taken advantages, shortcuts to get there. Aside from his wife and daughter, he sacrificed every relationship in this business, and that's what this means to him. And that's what his friendship meant with Shane to him. He says that was all to prove one person, his dad, and talks about his dad and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Fantastic promo by The Miz. Got the show going. Probably one of the best lines on there. He says, The Miz says that he wasn't born the best in the world. Says that Shane wasn't born best in the world. He's a McMahon. He was born the worst. And he says, Miz says they may own the company, but they don't own him, and they don't own Kofi. That gets the crowd jacked up, chanting for Kofi. Gets them amped up. Good move. Good move. There we go. Roy with me when The Miz said that the McMahons don't own Kofi. Yeah, I'm with you, Roy. I'm with you on that one. Great promo. Yes. Oh my gods! Bayley and Sasha Banks appeared on SmackDown. What constituted this? What happened here? They show up, and they're facing off against the Iconics, and the Iconics get on the mic as they're going down the ramp to be funny as they always are. And then during the match, Lacey Evans' music hits. She walks out, interrupts, and then walks back up the ramp. Lots of chicanery, lots of tomfoolery in this. Lots of stuff happening. Let's just say the Iconics cheat and they win. And yay! So, the way it's looking right now is that the women's tag team match at WrestleMania could potentially be a four-way. Okay? Being Sasha and Bayley defending against Nia Jax and Tamina, against Natalya and Beth Phoenix, and against the Iconics. Okay? It's looking like a four-way right now, but we'll get into that as we try to book WrestleMania in its entirety. I personally would love to see the Iconics as tag champs. I thought they would win. I thought they would win it at the Elimination Chamber. I thought it was going to be a great fit, and then to have Sasha and Bayley win it at WrestleMania. But instead, we want to get Beth Phoenix back into the mix, so we got to make it an honor fest first, which means we got to have Sasha and Bayley have the titles first. But we can't have it be just that. What are we going to do with the other women? And let's be frank, the Iconics have not been on TV that much, but the times that they are on TV is incredibly entertaining. All right. And also, by the way, this match between Bayley and Sasha and the Iconics, botches abound. Botches abound everywhere by all involved. So, yeah, this is screaming to be a filler match of some kind. Would it be on the pre-show? I'm not sure. Again, we'll probably look at that when we comes to our locks. Yeah. Well, that's something we'll look at later on. After the match, Rey Mysterio is backstage. He says he has exciting plans for WrestleMania, and he calls his son Dominic into the shot. You remember Dominic, don't you? Rey Mysterio's son, who was fought over for custody between him and Eddie Guerrero a long time ago. I can't remember when. I don't know how many years. I think it was like 15 years ago, something like that. Probably. So, Dominic shows up. Okay? Son of Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio stands about 5'8", 5'9". Okay, there are pictures of me and Mike Tedesco over at WrestleMania Access, with the cardboard cutout of Rey Mysterio, and it's the actual size. And he is seriously only up to my chest. He's about 5'9". He's about 5'8", 5'9". His son Dominic is taller than me. He's 6'4". 6'4", maybe 6'5". Okay? What did Rey Mysterio fuck for this to happen? And this isn't the public shaming that I've been talking about. Seriously, how does that happen? How is it that your offspring is taller than you by leaps and bounds? How does that happen? Unless he's, well, I don't think he's adopted. I'm not going to say that. But how does that happen? I gotta know. I really have to know. Ray ain't the dad. Oh, okay. The kid, he's adopted. Well, okay. The only things I can think of is what I would always tell kids, like when Deanna's niece and nephew, when they come by to visit, they talk about how they want to be tall. I always tell them, well, number one, jump up and down a lot. Fight gravity. Gravity pushes you down. Okay? You go over to the jungle gym at the playground and just hang from it. Just hang from the jungle gym. Let your legs dangle so your legs get stretched. Okay? And also, eat Flintstones vitamins. Okay? But also, in particular, the Flintstones vitamins only munch on Dino, Fred, and Wilma. They're the tall ones. Don't chew on the Barney. Don't chew on the Barney Flintstone vitamin. He's a short fuck. You won't grow over 6 foot. No. So yeah. So those are my tips, kids, to get taller. And drink your medicine. Or your sources. So, but Rey Mysterio's plans for WrestleMania is that he's challenging Samoa Joe for the United States title. Okay. So that's what we're getting. That's what we got for the United States title now, is Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. I got no problem with that. Sounds fun to me. I just hope that's not on the pre-show. I really hope that's not on the pre-show, and I really hope in the next 2 weeks that they can build this up. If they're injecting Dominic into this, oh, I'm sure Samoa Joe's going to have plenty of fun with him. Oh, yeah. Dominic's going to go night-night. Dominic's going to go night-night on an episode. Kevin Owens premiering the KO show on SmackDown featuring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Not much to say here. Charlotte and Becky beat the hell out of each other. Yeah. Coming back from a commercial break, Daniel Bryan's in the ring with Rowan, and he starts talking smack about Kofi Kingston. Out comes Kofi Kingston because it is now time for the gauntlet match. This was talked about last week on SmackDown, where Kofi Kingston, for his opportunity to go to WrestleMania, to face Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. In order for him to make it, hey CJ, I'm good, you're good, everyone's good. In order for Kofi to go to WrestleMania, to face Daniel Bryan for the WWE title, he must be successful in a gauntlet match featuring Sheamus, Cesaro, Samoa Joe, Randy Orton, and Rowan. Yeah. Put in a lot of time against Sheamus to start it off, then also spent a lot of time in with Cesaro. Then came Rowan. Rowan was not there to have a wrestling match. He just threw him to the outside and beat the shit out of him with the chair, gave him the claw to the head, and drove him into the announcer's table so he can have a rest. Then out comes Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, at one point in their match, he would try to go for the Muscle Buster, but Kofi reversed it to get the cover and the pin. And then out comes Randy Orton. Randy Orton tries to set up for the RKO, but then he reverses that and gets the pin and wins the gauntlet match. Yay! Big E and Xavier Woods running down to the ring. They lift Kofi up on their shoulders. He's climbing the ropes. He's pointing to the WrestleMania sign. Vince McMahon's music hits. Comes out to the ramp, congratulating the Kofi. Says the Kofi's going to WrestleMania. He's going to WrestleMania as long as he can defeat one last person. Good luck. Then out comes Daniel Bryan. They have a pretty decent match, but the winner, with knee to the face, is Daniel Bryan. Big E and Xavier Woods run over the ring looking completely furious. You know, it was a very, very solid SmackDown show. Very, very solid. 68% giving it a thumbs up. Today, after the SmackDown show, Twitter was kind of busy. Okay? Slapping on the headphones for this one because both Xavier Woods and Big E took to the Twitter, recording videos, giving their takes on what happened last night on SmackDown, where Kofi got screwed after winning his gauntlet match. So, let's first jump into Big E. Okay? This was earlier this morning, he posted this around about 11:15 o'clock this morning.
We've had some time to contemplate what happened Tuesday night, and obviously Kofi's performance and the aftermath and our reaction to all of that, and a little bit of time to reflect too on, I guess, kind of our careers and why we do this. You know, you think of this business to some degree being a meritocracy, that if you work hard, you show up early, you stay late, you do all the right things, you jump through all the right hoops, you're respectful, you don't break the law, that you get good at your craft, that you really hone that you find a place with fans, you separate yourself, you find a niche, you separate yourself from a character perspective, from an in-ring perspective. You do everything, you check all the boxes, you show up in shape, you do everything that's asked of you in this business, that if you do all those things, you have a good chance of making it to the top. But now we understand the game. We see what the game is, that people like us will only get so far, that you can climb the mountain. They'll let you climb the mountain, but as far as getting to the peak and staying at the peak, it's not a thing. That people like us, historically, and moving forward clearly, can only get so far. So, you know, we've done a lot of cool things here. We've been able to do a lot of things that we never could have imagined we could do, but clearly we are never meant to be more than this. And for people like us, that's not enough. And it will never be enough. So, you know, we got to sit back and think whether, you know, continuing to be gone for 250 days plus a year is worth it, of missing the family time, of doing this to our bodies, you know, leaving a piece of yourself in the ring that you can never get back. All the things that we give, if it's worth it when we can only get this far. So we got a lot of thinking to do. You know, obviously proud of Kofi, proud of us as a trio, proud of what we've done, but if this is all we ever will be, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah. So, people like us. Yeah. So while Big E was saying this from his hotel room or his living room at home or somewhere, he was doing that. Xavier was at a convention, a video game convention, and the GDC, and decided to post this about 3 hours afterwards after Big E.
What's going on? Your boy Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods. I'm here at GDC. I'm sure you guys saw what happened this past Tuesday to Kofi. You guys probably watched the video that he did, and he kind of said it best. So just kind of echo those sentiments. Okay. We have other things that we enjoy doing. We have other skills. Me, I love video games. I'm a part of this community, and I love this community with all of my heart, and this community loves me back. That's a relationship that I'm willing to be in. And considering the fact that I am attempting to create a small video game studio, that is another skill that I have. That's another way to feed myself and my family that I have. So you fully understand, constantly being treated in the way that we, New Day, has been treated and will most likely be treated from here on out. I just want to say that I appreciate what you did, Vince. Thank you very much. Because it's definitely shown me which direction that I need to go in to take care of myself and take care of my family.
So, yes. Now, first off, number one, always know when you're being worked. Okay, know when you're being sold to. Okay, that's number one. Okay, so what are we to take from this? Okay, people like us. Are we taking a racist Vince storyline? Maybe. Could be. I don't know. I don't know if we're doing that. I really don't know the route that we're going here. Okay? I don't want to make any kind of predictions or anything like that. First off, New Day is going to be on TV next week. Period. Okay, that's happening. All right. Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston is going to happen at WrestleMania. That's happening. All right. The bigger question is, how is it happening? How are we going to get it? Is Vince going to be strong-armed into just putting Kofi in it? And if so, by who? Strong-armed by The Rock? Strong-armed by someone else of color? You know? Or will the New Day try to hold the show hostage? Kind of like what Daniel Bryan did, so that he strong-armed his way into WrestleMania years ago. There are many different routes that we can go with this. Okay? CJ saying they won't go full racist. No, of course they won't. I don't see them going that route. I see them taking the show hostage is what I see. But it will be better if they do that, interrupting a random match. I'll even go you one further. Okay? Remember when the Nexus debuted? Okay, first off, it was awesome. Okay, it was fantastic when the Nexus debuted. But how they debuted. Yes, it was during a CM Punk John Cena match. They beat those two up. They beat up everyone around ringside. They tore up the area. Tore up everything. The tables, the mats, the apron, the ring itself. Tore up everything. Okay? Would they do something like that? I don't know about that. I don't know if they would go that route. New Day doesn't strike me as those kind of guys. I can see them interrupting every single match that happens, not necessarily by attacking people, but just by throwing pancakes, tooting on a trombone, just doing whatever the hell they want, Yeah, I'm not sure how far they're going to go with this one, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's this slight hints of racism in it. It wouldn't shock me at all. But I feel more that someone is going to come in to strong arm Vince into making the decision to put Kofi in the match. Someone like John Cena. This is where you bring John Cena in. Just saying it. That's who I'm putting out there that would strong arm this. Okay? No, Ron Simmons, no. No one would know. I know this is going to sound bad, Andrew, but no one knows. This audience that watches wrestling, and I'm not talking about us, I'm talking about the kids that are chanting Kofi, don't know what a Ron Simmons is. Okay, they know maybe what a Mark Henry is, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. All we know is we are going to get Kofi Daniel Bryan. Okay, that's all. All right, enough said. So, yeah, that was SmackDown. I think once again I did go to the polls. I think it was like 68% approved of it or something like that. Something along those lines. What was the total? Yeah, 68% gave it a thumbs up. So yeah, no, it was a very good show. Very good show. Pretty decent match. John Cena's black enough. That's right, CJ. He is. But if there's anyone that would make Vince listen, it would be him. Okay. So yeah, there you go. And that's what I got to say about that. Take a sip of the sources. Because it's time to look back, look at what our sources have been finding out. It's time for the news. Time to figure out why in the hell my background ain't working right and why my webcam is all screwed up. This is why I love doing this live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Fuck it. I don't know. I don't pull off a very good O'Reilly. Yeah, I know what falafel is and I know what a loofah is. All right. On to the news. Chelsea Green made her NXT debut last week over at Full Sail University. For those who don't know who Chelsea Green is, she is the wife of Zack Ryder, but also amongst the independents, including TNA, Ring of Honor. She also appeared at All In last year on Labor Day weekend. Her character is the hot mess, and I got to tell you, it's a fantastic character. Fantastic character. I'm really, really interested to see if they bring that character to NXT. I don't know if it would fly on WWE's main roster, but Chelsea Green made her debut last week and broke her wrist. Ended up breaking her wrist in a dark match against Jessie Elaban. There she is on the Twitter. See if I can bring it up here. Bring up her message. Here we go. Today I had the opportunity to wrestle for the first time at Full Sail for NXT after years of dreaming of it. Wow, it was everything I imagined it would be. Of course, with this job comes occasional hazards. Unfortunately, I broke my wrist mid-match and will require surgery first thing tomorrow morning. It sucks. I'm upset. I'm angry. I'm sore, but I'll be back soon. This is just a tiny bump on the road to many goals to have set for 2019. So, she signed up with deal with WWE last October. It stinks. It stinks that this had to happen to her. But really hope she gets healthy. Hope to see her on TV real soon. I really cannot wait to see what they've got in store for her. Though I'll be honest, though I would like to see the hot mess character, probably won't, but that's okay. That's okay. Time for Law and Order news. Dun dun. Anthem argued that Jeff Jarrett and Global Force Entertainment have failed to show claim of copyright infringement. It's from last Friday. Anthem Entertainment, the parent company and owners of Impact Wrestling, filed a series of motions on March the 13th this last week at the U.S. District Middle Court of Tennessee. According to a detailed report by PW Insider, Anthem is requesting that the amended lawsuit brought against them by Jeff Jarrett and Global Force be dismissed. Anthem argued in the motion that Jarrett and Global Force Entertainment, they were formerly GFW, Global Force Wrestling, failed to state an adequate claim of copyright infringement, saying neither party registered the copyrights on the Global Force Wrestling amped television footage before filing a lawsuit against Anthem. The motion also argues that Jeff Jarrett authorized the use of the amped footage during his time as CCO for Impact Wrestling, and that he granted them a license to use the content, usage of his name and likeness. Anthem also claims they own the trademark and copyright for, quote, Jeff Jarrett, end quote, after they acquired Impact, as all ownership of those previous trademarks were transferred to Anthem. Anthem further added they never abandoned that trademark, meaning that Jarrett can't petition the court. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. You mean to tell me you made a product, a television product, and you didn't register the copyrights? You're telling me you've got the likeness of all these people on Impact and everything, and you didn't register them? How much thought did anyone put in this? This is amazing. My Lord. This is absolute. Yeah, Jen's just says it right there in the chat room. Shady Double J, it's just pure wrestling. Yeah. Yeah. This screams wrestling. This is carny work right here. Holy crap. Jeff, you dum-dum. What are you doing? Come on. This is what you always wanted. The reason that you made TNA an Impact, the reason you did this, okay? You wanted to make money doing as less work as possible. And how do you do that? You wanted to do what Vince McMahon did. Trademarks, copyrights, stuff like that, right? Do it! Jeff, be glad you have a job now. Be glad you've got some income coming in, buddy, because you're going to need to pay those lawyers. They've been wasting their goddamn time. Man, oh man, you're a special breed, my friend. You are a special breed. Sting did a recent interview in the UK with Wrestling Travel. He also spoke with Wrestleview.com's own Joe Baiamonte. Discussed a variety of topics. One of these, the ones that I really wanted to hint on, was his retirement and what was supposed to happen with Seth Rollins. But remember, he got the whiplash from the buckle bomb, and everyone called for Seth Rollins' head because they said it was too dangerous. Yeah. Okay. So here's Sting on his final match in the WWE, his retirement, and what was supposed to happen. Know when you're being sold to, kids. He says, quote, my last match being against the guy was great as Seth for the world title and wasn't a bad way to go out. That hit I took with the buckle bomb was literally centimeters away from being real bad, like completely gone from the neck down with paralysis, one of the doctors told me. There's 2 points in the neck, and I missed them, but if that bump had gone slightly differently, I could have been really messed up. I remember talking to Steve Austin, and obviously he has a history with serious neck injuries and didn't think I should retire. And now I have absolutely no side effects. I can still move my neck no problem, and I feel fine. But yeah, it could have been a whole lot worse. There weren't really any set plans for me after the Seth match if I hadn't gotten injured. The idea was just for me to have a one-off matches here and there, And I didn't have any planned opponents or anything like that, so we were just going to see what was best for business at the time. I believe that answer. Okay. First off, good for him getting out when he did. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with taking a buyout. Okay. On top of it, yes, that was his point to be there, was just for one-off matches. He was basically to be a special attraction, kind of like what Bork Laser is. Like Goldberg, what Goldberg was. What would they have done with him? Yes, they could have had an Undertaker match. If you want to go ahead and hang Seth Rollins in effigy for that, go right ahead. Okay. What everyone's fascination is with Sting versus The Undertaker, I don't get. I really don't get it. Okay? I don't. Is it just because both of them dressed in black at the time, at the peak of the Monday Night Wars? Is it because they had sinister music? Or, or is it because you've been drinking the Kool-Aid of the Monday Night Wars special on the WWE Network, that those two were the faces of each other's companies, even though that's the line WWE is sending you? Know when you're being sold to. That's the main reason everyone wanted Sting versus The Undertaker, is because the WWE fed it to you. And you bought it through the Monday Night Wars series. I don't get it. Jason, I just want a never-before-seen match only at Mania. Let me have my Kool-Aid. Well, go ahead and have your Kool-Aid. You want it? That's fine. Okay? I don't get it. Me, personally, I don't get it. Okay? Just because I'm going through a writer's mentality. Okay? Fantasy booking 101. Okay? It's not about me. It's what everyone wants. It is what everyone wants. Book for the long haul. Okay. Well, I've got to introduce this match that's going to be coming up at WrestleMania. And I've got to allude to it well in advance. I've got to construct the match for the story of it. What's the story of it is they're representatives of two different companies, one that is no longer around. What does he have to fight for? What kind of pride does he have left? It's a low branch to write. It is. I'm sorry. It's really tough to write, guys. I'm not saying that shouldn't happen. Okay, I'm just saying I don't think it would get as many eyeballs and people interested as you think it would. Okay? But it'd take a long time to tell that story. Okay? So, yeah, that's just my thoughts. I'm sorry, I had to get the Sting Undertaker crap off my chest. That's something I just had to talk about right there. Dean Ambrose is set to appear at the Cauliflower Alley Club reunion after his contract expires with the WWE. They are promoting on Twitter that current star Dean Ambrose, WWE star Dean Ambrose, is scheduled to appear at the club's reunion event April 29th through May the 1st. Ambrose is scheduled to present the Trainers Award to Cody Hawk, who trained Ambrose in 2004 during the time he worked for Les Thatcher's Heartland Wrestling Association under the in-ring name Jon Moxley. It's been reported since January that Ambrose is leaving the WWE, though it was confirmed by said WWE. But he's still being advertised for upcoming WWE live events past April, including a European tour, which the WWE has now said is actually dated material. Cards are subject to change. Also, wrestlers WWE performers do shit outside of the WWE. They are given that now. Everyone on the chat room right now talking about they've released the body cam for the Jimmy Uso arrest. I know. I thought not to show that. You know, I thought not to show that. You guys want to, go right ahead. That's just, I don't know. Stuff I don't really think that's actually news. No, I'm not going to show that. It's not news. Okay? No. AJ Styles confirming last Monday that he has come to a new deal with the WWE. He confirmed it over his Twitter account with this beautiful little puppy, welcoming the newest member of his family, and that he's also signed a new contract with the WWE. Cute little puppy. Doggy. Aww. By the way, he is slated to go against Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Former Impact Wrestling star and two-time X Division champ DJZ has signed on with the WWE. What is a DJZ? I don't know what a DJZ is, but the deal was signed at the end of last month. He is reporting to the NXT brand immediately. He signed under Impact Wrestling in 2011 under the name Zema Ion. Okay, that's who this guy is. Ion would later adopt a DJ gimmick and change his name to DJZ. Yes, he's won a lot of titles in the independent scenes. So there you go. Zema Ion is now with WWE NXT. He will probably be going to the Little Critter show of 205 Live. That would be my guess. WWE Tag Team has been pulled from live events. Can you guess who? PW Insider is reporting that the WWE has pulled Gallows and Anderson from all upcoming scheduled WWE live events. The decision, according to the report by PW Insider, was made largely in part due to both Gallows and Anderson recently rejecting a new 5-year offer from the WWE to stay. 5 years? These guys? 5 years. These guys. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that at all. Sorry. Discussions are reportedly said to be ongoing between the WWE and Gallows and Anderson, but they will not be appearing at live events going forward. Tag Team is booked for television tapings and pay-per-view events. Neither have been used on television since an episode of SmackDown back on February the 5th. I know. So, yeah. 5 years of those guys? I don't think so. Finally, yesterday, Kurt Angle acknowledged that Karen Bourbon isn't the most popular decision for WrestleMania. There was a lot of vigorous online reaction, could you tell? Angle went to Instagram yesterday to acknowledge that Karen Bourbon was not a popular pick. He said, quote, "My farewell match will be against Karen Bourbon at WrestleMania. I realize it's not the most popular decision from a fan's perspective, but I will make Corbin tap out on the biggest stage of them all. And I hope you could share this moment with me on April the 7th. Baron is a legit tough guy. It won't be easy, and it never is." Kurt trying his damnedest to sell it. He's trying. Man, this is going to be good. Oh, God, the boos are going to rain heavy. I mean, if there is going to be any rain coming down over at Giants Stadium, it's going to be from the fans' tears. That's what Karen Bourbon's been saying. Oh, man, this is going to be good. I'm really digging this. Oh, it's going to be fun. Going to be fun stuff. I don't care what anyone says. They can go ahead and just go fuck themselves on a weekend. Injury reports. Where's my injuries? I don't have any injury. I have no injury there, but there's your injury report. Jason Jordan Neck injury. We still no idea what's going on with him. It's well over a calendar year now since we've seen him. God. Sami Zayn. Torn rotator cuffs. Both of them. Due back for WrestleMania times. That's going to happen. Fandango. Torn labrum. He was supposed to be back last month. Still no word on what's going on with him. Akam. Cleanup surgery on his knee. He won't be back until May. Ember Moon. Emergency elbow surgery after the Royal Rumble. We have not heard or seen from her since. Tomato Chomper. Needing neck surgery. They were hoping that he was good to go up until the WrestleMania times. No way. We're actually looking at a timetable of 3 to 6 months. I'm actually giving it 6 to 9. I'm not going to anticipate him coming back until Survivor Series. And John Cena, a worked ankle injury, but I'm putting him up here for posterity. You know, because injury's an injury. It's what we know about, you know. Oh, well. But those are the injuries. Those are the people that are hurt. But what about the people who aren't hurt? What about the people who haven't been on TV for a considerable, it's got a lot time, like 3 weeks? It sounds like a reasonable amount of time. Whatever happened to those people that haven't been on TV for 3 weeks? Well, if they haven't been on TV for a while and they ain't hurt, there's only one place that they end up, and that is on the original WWE milk carton. Cue up the walking milk carton.
Yes, I'm walking. There's a lot of people on my backside. Oh, I can't wait to see who it is.
Hoping I've got some of these right. Nope. Let's start it off with a name that you never thought you would think would be on this thing, and that is Johnny Gargano. Now, let's start off with this guy, Johnny Gargano. I had to make a judgment call on this. While I am trying to explain this, again, I will fix my goddamn graphics here. So, Johnny Gargano was part of the spontaneous NXT call-ups of Ricochet, Aleister Black, and Tomato Chomper. You'll recall the Raw following Elimination Chamber. This was to also go on top of the call-ups we were having of Nikki Cross, of Lacey Evans, Heavy Machinery, and some guy named Lars Sullivan. Emergency spontaneous call-up is what it was. If you'll watch the television shows, you'll notice that when it comes to the graphics, like say, when they're walking down the runway, they're walking down the ramp, and, the little caption goes, on the bottom of the screen saying who they are. Well, for Black, Gargano, Chomper, and Ricochet, all of them would be emblazoned with the NXT logo. Okay. And at first I was thinking, okay, they're still in NXT. They're just making cameo appearances. I took shots of tequila because I was wrong, because they kept appearing. The WWE milk carton is solely based on the WWE main roster page. Main roster page. The main roster page, when you go to www.com/superstars, when you take away the announcers, interviewers, and the commentators, when you take away all of them, it is at least 115 performers. I have the spreadsheet staring at it right here. It's at least 115 performers that are on the main roster. Black, Ricochet, Gargano, and Chomper are on the main roster, alongside Lacey Evans, Nikki Cross, and Heavy Machinery. Lars Sullivan is still on the NXT page. He's not on the main roster page. You go to the WWE.com/superstars. Look at it right now. On the main roster page, he's on it. Johnny Gargano is. So, there you go. Right now, actually, my list has about 113 is what I've got. 113 performers. I could list them all right now if you want. But I want you to let that number sink in, too. And CJ's screaming it to the heavens in the chat room. 115. Back in the days, we were worried about rosters half that size having too many performers. Brand split. What do you think? Brand split. Do you want me to list them? I mean, I will seriously list them, okay? Now, granted, some names that I'm going to tell you have not been on TV for a very long time, but again, they're on the main roster page. Some of them I still don't even count because I think they're still injured. Are you ready? Okay. All right. I'm going to clear. Oh, Xantrix saying, no, I believe you. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad. Good. I'm glad. Because I really do not want to read 115 names as quickly as I can. I could. But, meh. Oh well. But again, Johnny Gargano. He has not been on TV since February the 25th episode of Monday Night Raw. That was the Ric Flair 70th birthday episode where he was just backstage and gave him a hug. Yeah. Do it in rap style? I can't do it in rap style. No. I will do it. Okay. I'm doing it. I will actually read off the names as if you were listening to a pharmaceutical commercial. Okay? Or, you're listening to a radio commercial for a car and they have all of that shit at the very end that said really, really fast. Okay. You ready? AJ Styles, Akam, Aleister Black, Alexa Bliss, Alexander Wolf, Alicia Fox, Andrade, Apollo Crews, Asuka, Karen Bourbon, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Big E, Big Show, Billy Kay, Bo Dallas, Bobby Lashley, Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Carmella, Cesaro, Chad Gable, Charlotte Flair, Kurt Hawkins, Curtis Axel, Dana Brooke, Daniel Bryan, Dash Wilder, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Drake Maverick, Drew McIntyre, EC3, Elias, Ember Moon, Epico Cologne, Eric Young, Fandango, Finn Balor, Goldust, Grand Metalik, Harper, Heath Slater, Jason Jordan, Jeff Hardy, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Jinder Mahal, John Cena, Johnny Gargano, Kalisto, Carl Anderson, Kevin Owens, Killian Dane, Kofi Kingston, Connor, Kurt Angle, Lacey Evans, Lana, Lince Dorado, Leo Rush, Liv Morgan, Luke Gallows, Mandy Rose, Matt Hardy, Mickey James, Mojo Rawley, Mustafa Ali, Naomi, Natalia, Nia Jax, Nikki Cross, No Way Jose, Otis, Peyton Royce, Primo Cologne, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Rezar, Rhino, Ricochet, Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, Rowan R-Truth, Ruby Riott, and Rusev. Sami Zayn, Samir Singh, Samoa Joe, Sarah Logan, Sasha Banks, Scott Dawson, Seth Rollins, Shane McMahon, Sheamus, Shelton Benjamin, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sin Cara, Sonya Deville, Sunil Singh, Tamina, The Miz, Titus O'Neil, Tomato Chomper, Tucker, Tyler Breeze, Victor, Xavier, Crude, Zack Ryder, Zelina Vega. That's 113. That's 113 names on the main roster. Back in the day, we complained again, half that size we would be concerned about. Thank you, Gills. Thank you. I kind of said all of those pretty clearly. I deserve more sources. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to take a swig on that one. Rhino sure is on that list, yo. Sure is. You deserve it. All right. Back to the shenanigans. Lucha House Party. We have not seen them since the February 18th episode of Raw, where they faced off against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. And they won. And for their efforts, they have not been on television in over a month. Sanity. I will keep on screaming about these guys to the high heavens. CJ asking what we are drinking. We are drinking Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA from New Belgium. It is a 9.1 ABV. drinking from the chalice of truth, chalice of our truth. I want my son back. Rhino's on the alum now, Jason? Oh, shit. 112 names. All right. Sanity. Have not seen them since Ricochet's debut on SmackDown back on February 19th, where he faced Eric Young. It's been over a month. I don't get it. What am I missing? There's got to be something that I'm not seeing here. I'm really going to have to watch all of their past matches on the main roster, and it ain't many, to try to figure out why what they're doing wrong, if they are doing anything wrong. Alicia Fox. Yeah, haven't seen her since February the 4th when her and Nikki Cross teamed up against Sasha Banks and Bayley to qualify for the Elimination Chamber Women's Tag Team match. It's really hard not to recognize her without a bottle of Grey Goose in her hand or Wild Turkey or something like that. She screams Wild Turkey. I've seen some pictures of her on the Instagrams and stuff, and I'll bet you when she's had a couple of drinks in her that she can actually be a very smart person. She seems like a very smart person to me, honestly. Okay. I shouldn't be making fun. I really should not be making fun of alcohol consumption. I am not one to talk. Razor. Not Akam, but Razor has not been seen since February the 4th, where he had a little segment backstage with Apollo Crews, poking at him about Kurt Angle and stuff. We haven't seen him since then. It's been about a month and a half, and that's okay. Tag team partner's injured. It's not going to be on TV for another couple of months. Mickie James. Haven't seen her since February the 4th when she got a hug from Kurt Angle. Then Kurt Angle apparently belly-to-bellied her overhead into the void. Don't know where the hell she is. Though I'm sure there have been videos of her doing stuff with kids in hospitals and stuff like that they've been showing. That's fine. But she's not a character on the television show. She hasn't been appearing. That's the thing. Oh, also, had to get this out of the way too. Episode of SmackDown. Throughout the gauntlet match backstage, Xavier Woods and Big E were watching on the television in that weird funky angle, you know. They would be randomly joined throughout the match by the Usos. They would be joined by Heavy Machinery, by R-Truth and Carmella, but also other people making appearances in the background with them. EC3 and Nikki Cross. I believe that's all of them. The crowd would get bigger and bigger, you know. But thought I'd just put that out there. That Nikki Cross narrowly escaping getting on this milk carton again. And also I had to again confirm that she is a part of the main roster. Heath Slater and Rhino. Rhino is now part of the alumni section, according to intrepid reporter Jason in the chat room. But Heath Slater has not been seen since a backstage segment on that same February the 4th episode. Gallows and Anderson. I'm going to keep making fun of these bald fucks. Turning down your 6-figure salary of a 5-year contract. Blah, 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 blah. Just go to Jacksonville. Just go to Jacksonville. Just stop it. Just go to Jacksonville. Dolph Ziggler. Haven't seen him since the Royal Rumble on January 27th. He's too busy bombing as a stand-up comic. I hope you're enjoying it. He'll be making a return sometime thinking that he's Shawn Michaels or Chris Jericho, only to come out to a very tepid crowd. He really should be thinking about hanging him up soon. I don't know. We need to have an arduous discussion about Dolph Ziggler. The discussion is Hall of Famer? I'm bracing myself for impact from the chat room. Dolph Ziggler, Hall of Famer. Don't hurt me. It's just a discussion. It's just a discussion. Don't hurt me. CJ, no, the fuck we don't. Daniel, no. Jason, no. There are some people that are in the Hall of Fame that have accomplished a hell of a lot less than what he has, storyline-wise and title-wise and stuff like that, you know. There are people who are in the Hall of Fame that have been in the Federation for a lesser amount of time than he has. There are people in the Hall of Fame that have not done what he has done. Competently, that's a different discussion. That's a different discussion. Tyler Breeze has been on TV since a battle royale on the New Year's Eve edition of Monday Night Raw to determine who would face off against Dean Ambrose for his United States title. Apollo Crews ended up winning that battle royal. Tyler Breeze is busy doing other PR work and stuff. He's on the Up Up Down Down show with Xavier Woods a lot. So, yeah, just putting that out there. Primo Cologne and Epico Cologne. We have not seen them since the Survivor Series in that Raw SmackDown tag team match elimination thingy. Who knows what they're doing? Who knows? And finally, the stalwart, the president of the WWE milk carton. He has been on this the longest, far longer than that convicted kidnapper No Way Jose. He's been on it far longer than any other tag team that's never shown on SmackDown. Constantly rumored to be coming back, but never does. Bray Wyatt. I've given up. I'm giving up. No, I'm not giving up. I'm locking it. I'm locking this. I know I paid the price the last time I did this, but damn it, I'm a sadist. What can I say? Bray Wyatt will return the Raw following WrestleMania. No, scratch that. He will return on Raw or SmackDown following WrestleMania. He will return after the TV shows after WrestleMania. I do it. You know, just to be a dick. Yeah, right, yeah. I could. Gil's saying don't do it. No, I just did it. Bray to make a return at Mania to save Kurt. Yeah. No, I'm making that lock. And if he shows up at WrestleMania, no, I lose and I take the shot. Bray Wyatt will return the TV shows after WrestleMania, Raw or SmackDown. Oh boy. Throwing that on top of what I could be taking with my predictions for WrestleMania weekend. Ugh. And the Superstar Shakedown. Oh, God, this is going to be painful. This is going to be painful. Oh, boy. He'll be drafted for sure. Well, yeah. I know that. All right. That was your WWE milk carton. Speaking of locks, speaking of poor decision-making, bad choices, and just spontaneous jibber-jabber. Jibber-jabber. Nobody had jibber-jabber for that fool. It is now time to try to do what sounds simple, but we'll probably fail at anyway. Almost half of the WrestleMania card, including the pre-show, has been booked. We don't know what the sequence of the matches are. We don't know what the other half of the matches are. But I have the sources. I have the confidence that I know, because I don't know shit about professional wrestling. All right, it's now time to use what we have learned from Fantasy Booking 101 from last week. Okay? Remember the 4 rules. Okay? It's not about you. You book for the long haul. You book the match. Not the match. You book the story. And there's a 4th rule in there, but my sources are really heavy right now. So, it is now time to book WrestleMania. Heaven help me. All right. Once again, we will adjust our pictures. This has now become a daily thing. You know, I used to think that I was a professional. Those were happier times. But now I'm just a drunk guy talking about wrestling, you know. But hey, that's what everyone likes, right? That's what you like, right? Let me make sure. I want to be down here because I want to have a crown on my head. I want to have a crown on my head. That's what I'm doing right now. Pardon me. There we go. Okay. All right. Daniel, I'm creating a 2-part mania just to watch it. Drink myself. Oh. Okay. All right. WrestleMania. 8 matches have already been booked for WrestleMania after SmackDown from last night. Here's the card right now. We got Bork Laser defending the Universal title against Seth Rollins. We got a triple threat for the Raw Women's title. Wanda Rousey defending against Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. We have, I don't know if that's Triple H or not, but I don't think it is. But Batista is going against that guy. I don't know who the hell that is. My Lord. I mean, this is comical. This is really comical. We got Shane McMahon versus The Miz. We got Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. We got Samoa Joe defending the U.S. title against Rey Mysterio. We've got Kurt Angle going against Karen Corbin in their retirement match. And also confirmed today, Buddy Murphy defending his Cruiserweight title against Tony Nese. So, there you go. Lots of matches already. But still, so many left to book. I think that's like 8 or 9 right there. So, what are we going to do? What I'm just going to do is I have picked what the other matches kind of... Oh, yeah. And also the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's what's been booked. Okay? So, what is left with all of it? What is left to book? Okay? I think it's pretty safe to just go through them to see what's left. Okay? Daniel Bryan defending his wooden belt. We know that's going to be against Kofi. Okay? Just lock it. Lock it now. Lock it. All right? I'm making 4 locks tonight. 4 locks. All right? So, Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. We know it's happening. Period. All right? DB Kofi. All right. Lock. Lock it. Bobby Lashley. Going to defend his Intercontinental title. He's defending it against Fons Balor, and the Demon is coming out. I booked the Demon was coming, okay? If they have a match, no, the Demon has to come out for me to avoid it. So, that's a lock of Lashley and the Fonz. with the Demon. And that's a lock. All right. These are matches that I believe are going to happen. Okay, Andrew saying the Vagina Battle Royal. I don't know if we're going to get one. Asuka, what is Asuka doing? Are we going to have a battle royale for the SmackDown Women's title? I don't see why not. You've got 8 women going after the tag titles. You've got 3 going for the Raw title. Okay? There's going to be a number 1 contenders match next week. Oh, is that right, CJ? Okay. Intrepid reporter CJ Bowman saying there's going to be a number 1 contenders match for the SmackDown title. Mandy, Sonya, Carmella, Naomi. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I don't know. Clusterfuck. Major clusterfuck is what I'm anticipating. Just a clusterfuck. I don't know what they're doing. And I'm not confident enough to lock anything. Okay? All I know is they better do something. And all I know is that she's not going to get on a mic and say, I open challenge Noah Ray for Asuka. Women's tag titles, we know what's happening there. It's probably going to be a fatal 4-way. Nothing's been announced yet because we just had what we thought was going to have a triple threat after Raw could now be a fatal 4-way after SmackDown. So, women's tag fatal 4-way. All right. That's what I'm anticipating it's going to be as a fatal 4-way. She's totally going to do that. Come on. Yeah. Well, I think I got the impression down. The Raw Tag Team titles, the Revival, I have no clue what's going on here. None. I have no earthly clue. Okay. What tag teams are on Raw that they would be going against? What tag teams have they showcased on Raw in the past 2 weeks to even warrant it? None. None whatsoever. Aleister Black and Ricochet were not on Raw. Aleister Black wasn't on TV this week. I think he was selling stuff for NXT. They've had no traditional tag team matches on Raw in the past 2 weeks. I think. Right now, the Raw Tag Team titles are not going to be at WrestleMania. Lock it. The Raw Tag Team titles will not be at WrestleMania. There's no reason for it. None whatsoever. Not unless they do something in the next 2 weeks to justify that they be on WrestleMania. Not even the pre-show. None. They'll appear, they're going to be in the Battle Royale for the Andre the Giant Trophy, where he shoves his hands in his armpits. They're going to be in the Battle Royale, but there ain't going to be no match for the Raw Tag Team titles. None. No Raw Tag title. Lock it. Locking that. There ain't going to be a match for the Raw Tag Team titles. The Usos. Now, this, on the other hand, this is different. I don't know if it's going to be a clusterfuck now, because I had envisioned it was just going to be the Usos versus the Hardys, because they've never faced the Hardys. And that, to me, sounds fantastic. And I don't really think there's any point in injecting any other teams into it. New Day is busy doing stuff with the McMahons. The Bar is too busy doing the McMahons' bidding. Gallows and Anderson ain't on TV. Sanity hasn't been on TV. Usos versus the Hardys. Oh, by the way, a match that was not on the card that was shown for WrestleMania was Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre, but it's not official yet because you got to get Roman Reigns to confirm it. So that'll be showing up next week also. And finally, the guy who ain't going to be with the company after WrestleMania, what are we doing with Dean Ambrose? What is there for him? What? There really isn't anything for him now. The option of him having an honor fest against Roman Reigns is gone. The option of him having another match against Drew McIntyre is gone. What I thought could have been Dean Ambrose versus Triple H is long gone. So, does he win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Sure. I guess. The problem is that puts him more on his own. It was more about him being part of the Shield and shit. Right now, Jason saying walk out on Raw after not being on the card. I don't know. We're thinking this is a work, okay? I mean, there's got to be... You want to give him something that'll help him want to stay with the company, okay? Right now, it'd be a good thing to write off Bane for a while. The guy just came back from injury. Jamel, he's been gone from injury for a while. He's already had time off. His idea of a character wasn't working. The way it's looking, I think he's just going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and he's going to win it. Cena's not doing anything. I don't know. Oh, that's a hard sell. 2 weeks to... Oh, that's a hard one. I imagine Cena strong-arming Vince McMahon quicker than I imagine Dean Ambrose having a match against John Cena. Because Dean Ambrose is busy doing stuff alongside against McIntyre and Lashley and everyone else. He's too busy trying to defend the Shield, is what he's doing. If anything, I'd see him interfering in the Kurt Angle match. But, yeah. There's no reason not to have Gargano win. There's plenty of reasons not to have him win it. Lots of reasons. Gargano shouldn't even be mentioned right now. He's just filler. Stop it. So, right now, again, I just see him in the Battle Royale. That's all. There's nothing that we could put him into storyline-wise. There's not enough time. Okay? So, I've made 3 locks in my thing for WrestleMania right now. Daniel Bryan Kofi's going to happen. The Demon is coming out for Bobby Lashley versus the Fonz. And the Raw Tag Team titles are not going to be defended. I still want to make one more prediction. And this is a tough one. Okay? Click it one more time. This is the almighty lock. I'll tell you what, we'll do this. No, that would be really unfair to me. I got to make this better. The Demon's coming out. No. All right. Well, we're going to try to lock. What is opening the main show of WrestleMania? What is the first match we're going to have to open WrestleMania? I think this is a great question. We're gonna try to do it. Okay. No, it's not gonna be Bork and Seth. No, it's not gonna be the women triple threat. No, it's not gonna be Triple H and Batista, if that is Triple H. Shane and The Miz? It's one option. I can buy Shane and Miz. AJ Randy Orton? No, I don't see. No, not AJ Randy Orton. Samoa Joe Rey Mysterio. The U.S. title has opened a lot of WrestleManias. Joe and Rey, maybe. Rey's done it twice at 19 and 21 where he's opened it. Yeah. Angle Corbin? No. Cruiserweight title? No, that's on the pre-show. Andre the Giant? No, that's on the pre-show. Wooden belt? No, that's not going to be there. Demon and Lashley? No, that's going to be filler. Asuka, whatever the fuck? No, women don't open the show. No, women don't open the show. You're not even going to be defending your things on the show. No. Maybe Usos and Hardys? Maybe. I can buy that one. Usos Hardys I can buy. Dino's going to be in the back. Okay. All right. So, I think it's either going to be to open the main card of WrestleMania. It's either going to be Shane versus The Miz, or it's going to be Samoa Joe defending the U.S. title against Rey Mysterio, or it's going to be the Usos defending the SmackDown tag titles against the Hardys. Don't want to kill the crowd at the start, do we? No, we don't. We don't want to kill the crowd. CJ saying he'd make this lock in 2 weeks. Well, yeah, true. Should I just do 3 locks? I don't know. Jason saying, didn't they make their plans a year out? Yeah, they do. But they don't book the show necessarily. They know the matches that they want. They know the placing that everyone wants. I'm afraid of making this lock, though. Because I got predictions to make for that show. And that'd be throwing one on top of it. On top of the Bray appearing on television after WrestleMania. I can't do that. No, I can't do it. Okay. 3 locks is all we're doing today. 3 locks. That's all we're doing. Just 3. Just 3. Only 3 locks is what we're doing. And I'm going to fly through all them. I'm going to just go through slideshow. The locks that we got Daniel Bryan versus Kofi for the wooden belt. We got Lashley defending against the Fonz, Finn Balor, where he brings out the Demon. That is the big thing. The Demon has to come out. And the other lock, there will be no Raw Tag Team title match at WrestleMania. That's what I got to say about that. 3 locks, Jamel. Yeah, that would come some serious alcohol poisoning. Yes. Okay. Because keep this in mind, and I'm going to go to the main screen here because we're about to end the show. Holy crap. Okay, Doug, the next time we're doing this show, we need to make damn well sure that we've gotten all of our shit done. Okay? Dear God. I didn't drink enough coffee this morning, apparently. All right. Here's the thing, too. We basically booked another 5 matches for WrestleMania. On top of the 10 or 11 that are already announced. 16 matches. That is including the pre-show that's going to be on this card. 3 of them going to be on the pre-show, 3 or 4, so that means we've got a 12-match main card. 12-match main card is what we've got. Okay? 16 matches to predict for WrestleMania on top of NXT TakeOver. We're looking upwards of 21, 22 matches that I got to predict. WrestleMania weekend is the tough one. And sometimes it's the one to where I've got to break up my punishment into 2 separate shows. Okay? 17 matches. Yeah. Throw the NXT show on top of that. That's another 5. It's going to be 22 matches. 22 matches. And normally how I do my locks is I do like a considerable amount. If it's a 7 or if it's an 8-match pay-per-view, I do 4 locks. God, I can't do 10 locks, guys. I cannot do 10 shots of tequila on one show. I just cannot do that. Well, I could just go perfect. And yeah, that'll just be the end of that. No. So here's what we'll do. We'll break it all down later on as we go. I really think what I'm probably going to do is 2 locks specifically for NXT, 1 lock specifically for the WrestleMania pre-show, and an assortment during the main show of WrestleMania, just so that I'm not locking every single goddamn thing. Okay, it's probably what I'm going to do. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We will figure it all out. When tequila 2 to 3, Doug hits the floor. That is right. That is right. Oh, boy. It's going to be a tough one. I mean, to predict. The show's going to be fun. Okay, the show is going to be fun. Okay? Jason saying a 5-lock limit. Well, the thing is, I've already got the lock of Bray showing up on TV after WrestleMania. So that's 1. So maybe 5. Nah, 5 sounds about right. 5 locks for the 22 matches. Yeah. 1 lock for NXT, 1 lock for the pre-show, 3 for the main show. Yeah. And guys, here's the thing. This is the shot glass. Okay? That's 2 shots of tequila. So 2 locks are in this thing. Okay? 3 sips of Bailey's. Oh, I'll chug the thing of Bailey's. Bailey's ain't no problem. Okay? There's some things I've got no problem drinking, okay? Rum, no problem, okay? It's just the thing is with, if we're talking shots, it's tequila, because I can't stand it, okay? It hits me hard, okay? That's why I want to make sure I do things right, all right? I've done the shots of vodka. Shots of vodka are, depends on what it is. If it's Aristocrat, ugh. Oh, God. Now, if you're giving me Red Label Absolute, I got no problem with that. I'll get stuff wrong on purpose. Okay? No, I'll just drink it just to drink it. But, yeah, I can't stand, I love margaritas. I love daiquiris. Don't get me wrong, okay? But I can't stand straight up tequila. I just cannot stand it. Ugh. So that's what we're going to do. 5 locks for the WrestleMania predictions. For the WrestleMania weekend predictions. 5 locks is what we'll do to have it 6 total to prepare for the post-WrestleMania Wrestleview Weekly. All right, we're planning this all out. We're booking our shows just like the WWE does with their whiteboard. We're planning ahead. That's what we're doing. All right. Thank you all so much for showing up tonight. Everybody in the chat room, say who you are if you really care about being mentioned. CJ, Jamal, Jason, Andrew, Jens, Lewis was in there. Who cares about Daniel? I know Grash was in there. Lex might have shown up in there if he wasn't too angry. Other people showed up. Lots of other people. Gills, you care? Well, I care. I do care about you. Yes, everyone. Yes. I need a special video for my locks. I do need to do that. I do need to make a special video for my locks. Yes, I do. Everyone, thank you all so much for showing up. Catch all the great stuff we have on the show, on the station next week. Mike and Victoria. Victoria was in the chat room. They're going to be back on Monday, hopefully talking about a decent episode of Monday Night Raw this time around. I'll be here next week to talk about all the crap going on with professional wrestling and maybe drink a little more and maybe make some really bad decisions when it comes to predicting and stuff. Maybe talk more about fantasy booking. We'll figure something out. I want to talk NXT. Yes, that's what we'll do. Next week, NXT talk. I'm going to binge on NXT. Get ready. It might sting. So, anyway, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And as always, know when you're being sold to.